Alright.
Alright, I better not be tinny this time.
Tinny Turner!
Tinsticles.
Tinny Turner, you get an F for that!
Hey, guys.
Knock that off. Alright, we're back. It's actually been a little while longer since we recorded than when we released the previous episode, because I never got around to editing that last one, even though I barely did anything on it. I'm just getting lazy. This is getting very tiring.
Yeah.
It's so much work. We've made no money, and people are mean to us, which you'll see very shortly. I can't handle this anymore.
Bullies.
No, we did,
We're at our wit's end.
I forgot to start the stupid timer. Alright, whatever. It started now. We're gonna BS for just a little bit before we get to, the creme de la creme of this episode. I'm really looking forward to reading these. I've only read, like, 3 or 4 of them, and I got very excited to respond to them in this context.
I read the comments, like, the day of the release, and we already had hate. So I'm sure after, 2 weeks, it's going to be real stewing.
I'm going to get into this a bit more, but I love how I agree with them, like, 95%. And the only thing I disagree on is, I don't think women, like, shouldn't exist or anything. And they're like, what? No! I'm strawmanning only slightly, but that's basically, like, the core of the disagreement. And they're really, the Warhammer community is really mad at us for it.
I'm hoping that somebody actually answered my question from the last video, because
I don't think most of the people watched it. I'm guessing anyway.
Probably not.
Like the people whose comments I actually read before this, I could tell, had not actually watched the segment whatsoever, which is like an hour long to be fair. But then keep your crap to yourself at that point.
That's how it usually goes. People just go like, "Nuh-uh," without watching it.
What do you mean?
Most of the...
They probably just saw my thumbnail.
Definitely.
And were like, he had a woman in the thumbnail?
Ew.
I don't like being reminded that women exist.
I feel like that's usually how it goes. People...
Listen, again, I'm strawmanning here. Let's hear them out. I haven't even done that yet. Maybe they'll make good points and change our minds.
I'm hoping one of our lovely regulars answered my question, because I am very tired of covering the news.
I do not remember downloading this wallpaper at all, but it is very pretty.
It bothers me that the Buddha is missing one of the fingers.
Who put that there? That's just silly.
There's no like old civilizations couldn't build something like that. That's clearly aliens.
Only the non-white ones couldn't build something like that.
Yeah.
See, I'm kind of on your guys' side with that one. Alright, let's not give them too much credit.
This bug looks like a Power Rangers morpher.
These short craps on the side are always garbage. I have to not even click on them nowadays because it's always just... Alright.
I would have never...
Since we have to, like, BS for just, like, another minute or two, let's click on this because I bet you it's going to have an AI voice.
I doubt it's a bug, too. I don't think
it's probably just modeled to look like a bug, but it's like, what is this? What are the strangest pocket knives? Okay. I had a feeling it was going to be a knife. But I bet you this is going to be an AI voice because 90% of the content on the internet is now.
Definitely. I don't know why...
Oh, it's not even going to have a voice.
It's not a good voice.
Alright. Hold on, shut up. No one cares what you guys have to say. Yeah, we are not going to watch this crap video. We're just going to read the comments. That's what we're here for.
I like this bushy video over here. Can I be Elden Ring while getting hit by everything? That's a Chadley run right there. That's some real,
no dodges.
Yeah, that's some real Chad stuff right there.
That's actually way more impressive.
face tanking.
First, I opened up my computer and I hacked the game to give me infinite health.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to see one of those videos stretched out to an hour. See if anyone even catches it. Like, just, like, hide that little tidbit of info in, like, the sponsor read so that people can't catch it.
Genius. You got 30 seconds left on that, so you can probably start.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done waiting anyway. Alright, let's see. What were my basic points here again? Just to reiterate them. I'm okay with the custodies being women, but I thought the reveal was lame because they revealed it on Twitter.
And mine was that Warhammer sucks.
You are correct on that. And, let's see. That's pretty much in agreement with what these guys believe, minus the, first part, that I'm okay with women being custodies. That seemed to tick a lot of people off. Let's see, their reasonable responses. It's even more terrifying to think that they aren't pretending. There's genuinely pants-on-head angry and homicidal about this change. Yeah, we're about to see that coming up. It is wild, isn't it?
I thought he was talking about us for a second. I was like, when were we angry?
I'm very angry that GW retconned my Chaos androids. What the fuck are... This person might be on our side, too. Nothing should ever change. Wah, wah. Okay, this person might be on our side.
Yeah, that sounds like on our side.
In the grim darkness of 2024, some dude has no clout, so he resorts to name-calling because he's mad someone gets more views than him.
Who?
Some dude... There's two people on this, you know.
Oh, gets more... He's talking
We were
about
talking about quartering.
Okay.
Because we were making fun of quartering, I guess. Look at these dislikes, Jesus. You know that the YouTube algorithm doesn't actually care what you guys interact with, right? If you're leaving comments...
Shut up.
Just...
Shut up.
If you're
devastating us financially.
If you guys want to hurt us, just don't interact with the video.
Shut up.
See... So he resorts to name-calling because he's mad someone gets more views than him. Oh yeah, like quartering doesn't do any name-calling. Also, like my point with the quartering was that he's stupid and his content sucks.
You called him fat a lot.
I did do that because he is also a fat, gross slob. But that's unrelated.
Fat is kind of your go-to. You're like, fatty!
He is fat. So he resorts to name-calling because he's mad someone gets more views than him. My point here was that he's stupid and his content sucks. And your defense being, well, people watch him, it's like, those people are dumb too then.
What was that pop-up just now?
I don't know. That was weird.
I find it...
Also, lots of people who are way worse... What's this defense of, like... Oh, he gets more views than you, because, like, yeah, the views on YouTube are a clear sign of the quality of the content.
I find it interesting that people want to, like, attack clout levels. Like, people like, well, he
Let's make it clear, we have none. We are nobodies. He's correct in saying that.
Yeah, like, we don't know. It doesn't hurt my feelings.
No one knows who we are. We've admitted to that plenty of times in the past.
Yeah.
Our content is also not good. We do not put much effort into this. Don't get it mistaken that I'm claiming that we deserve more views than we get. I'm saying that quartering does not deserve any because he sucks. That's my point in bringing... okay, whatever.
Yeah, I especially put very little effort into this.
He shows up and he, like, lays on the ground, mouth breathing a little bit. That's his contribution.
Unironically, that is basically what I do.
That's just because you refuse to learn how to use Adobe After Effects.
I do not.
Yes, you do. Thank you for having a different opinion. I don't agree with you at all, but thank you. Oh!
Wow, that was somebody who's actually sane.
Thank you for being pleasant, man. That was a very nice surprise.
What am I talking about? All the comments except for that third one have been completely reasonable so far.
It really seemed to just be the first wave of people that were angry at us.
Yeah, and then this
and I don't appreciate it, guys. I'm literally fucking shaking and panicking here. See, what don't you agree with, though? I felt like we were pretty, whatever.
It's a comment. It's not like he's gonna make a whole, like, counter response.
This ain't Twitter. He doesn't have a, I guess I would prefer people do that than send us, like, whole paragraphs, which...
Yeah. Dude, what is your phone doing?
I don't know.
Get rid of that thing.
Oh, it's stupid Telegram.
Telegram? What are you, 90?
What are you, a Russian war criminal? Or an Israeli war criminal?
What? What are you talking about?
That's where, like, those guys post a bunch of, like, war crime crap.
Oh.
Is in Telegram chat groups, but I'm in like Warhammer art ones. But for some reason, every single time someone posts anything to the art group, I get like 4 notifications about it.
That's stupid.
Yes, I'm thinking of turning that crap off. Yes. All right, moving on. Someone's a tourist and doesn't understand why people are angry, so just does a brain-dead hot take for clout.
I'm a tourist because I don't care about Warhammer. Jason is not a tourist. He's literally wearing Space Marine armor right now.
I literally am a Space Marine. The lack of sex drive proves it. Doesn't understand why people are angry, just does a brain-dead hot take.
I'm not a tourist. I'm in it to win it.
Let's see. My hot take pretty much agrees with you guys that it was a terrible reveal.
I like how this guy talks like a news flash. He's like, breaking news. Breaking news. Sometimes someone's a tourist and doesn't understand why people are angry. Just does brain-dead hot take for clout.
Nah, man, I just disagree with you. It's fine.
Yeah.
The guy before you seemed to understand that.
I like his icon, too.
What even
I
is
like
that?
both of these guys' icons. It's a Pikachu with a Chad face, and then the guy who was actually reasonable.
I think
that might be Killua. I'm not sure, but his face is good. I like that.
It's not like Warhammer 40k hasn't had a bunch of retcons before anyway. I saw a response to this. That was like a paragraph long, so I wasn't going to read it, but someone replied to this and it's just gone now.
This is one of our regulars, isn't it?
I love you, Brandon.
Logo. Yeah, you were supposed to answer my question, Brandon. I was counting on you.
You still have yet to give me all of your money, and I'm very upset about that.
Yeah, give us your wallet.
I'm honestly angrier at you than the people who are insulting me and doxing me right now.
Post your social security number. I want it.
See, I wonder if I, like, checked some kind of, like, secret DMs if someone, like, left us death threats. Or, like, a picture of our house or something.
God, I hope so. That would be so cool.
This fucking loser cares enough to go through all this effort. It's like, oh, thanks for the heads up, man. Now I'll make sure I, take you alive and tie you up. You can use your imagination for where the rest goes.
I would feel so, like... I would be so full of myself if we got, like, a death threat.
People are angry because they retconned established lore and tried to gaslight the fans. It's not Okay. They're trying to, like, make this seem way more,
Hold on, let's... I want to finish the comment first.
Okay. They are doing disingenuous virtue signaling because they have new investors. There are plenty of females in the lore that no one has a problem with. Alright, so he's pretty much just leaving us a checklist. Yes, I mentioned... I'm kind of working backwards here. People are angry because they retcon the established lore. They do that all the time, man.
I don't know if it's gaslighting.
It's not gaslighting. They're trying to claim it's gaslighting to make GW seem more manipulative than they actually are, but how are you supposed to change previous lore?
I think he's talking about that line where they said, like...
there have always been male and female custodies.
I think that's part of the retcon, though. I don't think that was them trying to gaslight. I think they were saying, like, at this... like, our new retcon says that there have always been female custodies. This
is not even the first guy I've seen claim that they're gaslighting them. It's like, no, they're not gaslighting you. That has to come with the retcon, is them pretending that it never happened.
Yeah, it's not that deep.
A retcon is inherently a gaslight.
Yeah, it's not that deep. You don't have to, like, break out your psychology major.
They're trying to psychically manipulate us.
No, man, they just changed the lore. They're pretending.
They fucking invaded my sleep and gave me dreams about kissing men. Fucking woke bullshit.
I feel like that might be
They are doing disingenuous virtue signaling because they have new investors.
I wouldn't...
Is it virtue signaling, or is it just we want more people, we want to double our prospective, like, customer base? I agree it's not gonna work, because women, this isn't gonna make more women into Warhammer. No, I don't even think that.
No, definitely not. I can kind of see where this is coming from, but I think this is a case of, like, the hair trigger, because so many other forms of media have, like, pandered in this way. But I don't really think this is a case of virtue signaling, because, like, it's not really significant enough of a change. Like, if they just said, like, oh yeah, the what's his name, the grand god of humanity or whatever,
God Emperor.
Yeah, the God Emperor. If they were just like, yeah, the God Emperor is a black woman now, then I'd be like, okay, yeah, you guys have a point there. But if it's just like, yeah, this certain faction has females in it, they're not a majority, they're just there. That's not really.
They have yet to specify, like, the ratio of female to male. But I also agree that if it were half and half, that would still be stupid, because I don't believe that many women would even want to be in the Custodes. Even if the option's there.
I don't even know if they are going to elaborate on it. It doesn't really seem like that significant a part of the lore.
Them being men, yeah. I also specified in the previous one, I think Space Marines being all men is way more established at this point. Yeah. And that would be jarring if they changed them to all women. And I do think that they shouldn't just, like, spring that on us like they did with the Custodes.
Not all women, but just having women amongst their ranks.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Imagine they change it to that. All Space Marines are women. They have...
What?
They have big, meaty vaginas. Flappy labias now.
They look the same.
There are plenty of females in the lore that no one has a problem with. Yeah, I also mentioned that, man. I mentioned the Sisters of Silence. I mentioned the Adeptus Sororitas, and I mentioned how I don't think they would add men to those factions. No. I also don't want them to do that.
Yeah, that would be dumb.
Oh yeah, a male Sister of Silence.
Yeah, okay.
That makes sense.
Okay, man.
I guess, like, if I'm gonna take they're just adding women to the Custodes, I should have to take that approach with the Sisters of Silence and the Sisters of Battle, which I'm not, so that is a bit of a double standard on my part.
This comment could have been replaced with TLDR, because clearly he didn't watch the video.
I didn't really watch you guys.
I didn't watch this, I just disagree out of hand.
Yeah, that is a bit of a double standard on my part, to be fair. But, like, it's been made clear... I'm kind of buying into what GW did here, but it hasn't been, like, specified to the same degree that Custodes are all men, aside from the 2 or 3 excerpts that we saw, and those aren't established enough lore for me to care about them retconning.
Well, what's the double standard?
The double standard is I don't care that they're adding women to Custodes, but I would find it very stupid if they started adding male units to female factions.
Maybe I don't know enough about Warhammer to know if that's a double standard.
Yes, I'm very much forcing this topic on you, even though this is only interesting currently because people are mad at us, which I'm always entertained by.
I'm keeping this in my bank so the next time, so I can fucking bring up a stupid topic of my own in the future.
Oh shit, y'all got haters in the comments. Who the fuck asked you? Alright. There is not 22 comments here, hold on. Some of these were probably held for review.
Held for review?
Like, yeah, look, there's way more comments here now. It's just an auto spam filter. The YouTube comment moderation is fuck shit. It sucks.
That's lame.
It's really, really terrible. The only reason they did the change for the Custodes was for politics and ideology bullshit. They did it to make money, man.
Yeah.
They don't care. These people don't have an ideology. They're soulless, money whore vampires.
Yeah, all big.
They're not doing this because they have principles, you guys.
That's the case for all of these. Like, every case of pandering, it's because they think they'll make money off of it. They just did it more tastefully because they know better.
They didn't do it for improving the lore. They just did it to please the crowd of people who don't give a shit about their product.
Yeah, kinda.
I mean, yeah, that kind of is what they did. Like, they're just trying to open it up to a new customer base, which I agree will probably be fruitless in the long run, but I disagree with you guys in that I don't think it ruins this property at all. Yeah. And lots of people are claiming that it does. Yeah, for very fucking, how should I put this, man-childish reasons. I'm sorry.
I can understand, like, the outrage of having something you care about changed, especially after, like, all the huge changes that have happened in pretty much every other medium. Like with the Halo TV show and God of War Ragnarok and all that other stuff. There's countless examples of...
Like that Sweet Baby Ink bullshit that I forgot to pull anything for when people cared about it.
Sweet Baby Ink.
That's like a writing company that people go to make sure their writing is more, what is it, woke, I guess, would be the word kids use. Disgusting. I don't know what it means personally. But, yeah, people were, like, freaking out about that for a while, but I thought that whole thing was a bit overblown. But that is a case of, like, them changing, because they were actually, like, changing shit. All that gay stuff that was in Ragnarok that we hated was most likely Sweet Baby Ink writers stepping in and being like, what if we added, like, 45 minutes of herb collecting with this young black trans girl?
Joy!
I think I added a few things to that.
You added one thing.
Yes.
You added one
I meant to add more to that for the joke, but for some reason I only stopped at the trans part. See...
Oh, another good example... No, I lost it.
Good. I'm also not delusional to believe that BlackRock was behind the change. I'm also not delusional to believe that BlackRock was behind the change. Hold on, I thought everyone was saying that BlackRock was behind this.
Velma, that was the example.
Oh, okay. I hear she dies in the new season.
Good.
We should probably watch that.
No.
Or if they were, it was just to drag attention away from they are... wrong grammar, you're wrong. Comment disregarded. No.
I feel like this guy was raging at this point, because there's a lot of typos through here.
There's not that many.
I don't know.
He types like a 7-year-old Chinese girl.
He might be.
Other schemes and allegations, like... I think people are pretty... How would this distract people from the fact that BlackRock is destroying the housing market for the next, like, 3 or 4 generations? You think adding female custodies is going to distract people from that?
No, because nobody cares enough about Warhammer.
You guys put way too much weight
on Warhammer
of this on your lives.
Yeah.
Like, no one cares that much that they're gonna forget that. Wait a minute, houses cost like $700 million now for a crack shack floating in the middle of a septic tank.
What, Warhammer? I'm distracted.
Female custodies? What in the goddamn fuck is that?
I really don't think that people buying houses have a lot of overlap with people buying Warhammer figurines.
You get one or the other, mortgage, or you can buy a Warhammer army. You don't get both.
Unless you're Superman, in which case the rules don't apply.
Unless you date a rich girl and have her buy you toys.
No, I was talking about Henry Cavill.
That would, God, I wish.
Because he definitely owns houses and he's into Warhammer, which seems paradoxical. But...
Yeah, too bad he can't get a good fucking role to save his life. Poor bastard. I was very angry that GW... I already read you.
It's got to reply. It's got to reply for the first comment.
Fine, I don't even care.
You realize that...
Who is this nerd?
You realize if they are going to draw attention away from atrocious things they do, then we should stop caring about it so much and focus on the atrocious things they do.
Well, pretty terribly written, not gonna lie, but I understand what they're saying.
No, I just had typos in my brain as I was reading it.
Yeah, That is a good point. If you're saying that they're trying to distract us from the actual terrible from the actual terrible crap that they're doing, then you caring that they're adding female custodies is falling hook, line, and sinker for their tactic.
Yeah.
That didn't really pan out well. It's even I already read you. Okay. Oh, okay. Now that I watch your video for a bit, I see you're missing the point entirely with 40K and have a puddle-sized opinion. Puddle-sized opinion? What does that mean?
We talked about it for like an hour, despite my complaints.
On why gamers hate censorship. We're angry because it's double standards. They don't make men fat, horrible slobs. Men still have to be good-looking. And if Space Marines are fucking ugly as hell. What do you mean?
They all look like American Dad characters with staples in their face.
They literally look like their faces have been stapled back on 100 times because they probably have been. They're a bunch of gross, grizzled, like, Gears of War characters wearing literal fucking, like, tanks for armor.
They're like living wads of chewed bubble gum.
How long does this go on? I'm sorry.
Oh my god!
That's not that long, but I don't want to read all this.
Reconnect to 37.
Then tried to gaslight us. It's not gaslighting.
You guys throw that word around pretty willy-nilly.
You guys, it's not that bit. They're not fucking Machiavellian geniuses, guys. They just changed the lore a little bit. Flipped it to women, they would be in the streets. If you look the way men are talked about, this is very hard to read, and flipped it to women, they would be in the streets protesting about the sexism and GW retconned 37 years of lore, then tried to they retconned like 3 paragraphs.
Yeah, it wasn't 37 years of lore.
It was 3 paragraphs over 37 years.
Yeah, it was 3 paragraphs 37 years ago.
Wait a minute. That's not even 37 years. The Adeptus Custodes fucking codex was released in like 2008. He's pretending that they've existed for the entirety of Warhammer to make this point.
Damn. And you guys were saying this guy didn't know his stuff.
I don't want to read any more of this. This guy's yapping. Someone's a tour. I already read you. People are angry because I already read you.
Yeah, see, you were calling him a tourist, and he's like, actually, this wasn't invented until 2008.
You guys are whining and making insults about topics you seemingly know next to nothing about. That's what the show is about.
It only seems like that because you didn't watch the full episode.
Spit it out, man. You are complaining about Stellar Blade without even having played the demo. I don't want to play the demo. It doesn't interest me.
Oh my god, I just remembered Stellar Blade.
All we did was complain about the hair physics in that game, and they look fucking terrible.
I thought this guy was still talking about, oh my god.
Okay, he actually did watch the episode, but he's, like, mad at... We openly admit I do anyway, that I fucking have strong opinions about things I know nothing about.
I don't have
That's
strong
funny
opinions.
to me.
I don't have strong opinions, but, like, I have first impressions and stuff like that. Like,
we're allowed to look at Stellar Blade and think the hair physics are bad. That's literally all we said about it.
Yeah, the hair physics in Stellar Blade are bad, but also it just seems like Coomer bait.
You're saying people assumed all Custodes were male.
Wait, so is he talking about Stellar Blade, or is he talking about...
He's just mentioning stuff that we insulted without having strong knowledge on.
This guy is...
I also don't need to play a game demo. I don't need to play a game to think it doesn't interest me. That was all I said about it. I wasn't interested in playing the game, and I'm still not.
We were making fun of the fact that people were hyped about this game just because it has a hot protagonist.
Just because they're fucking gooners and can't keep their dicks out of their hands.
Yeah.
Which is still the only thing I'm hearing about this fucking game, by the way.
Yeah. I know nothing about Stellar Blade, and I completely forgot about its existence until this comment.
You are saying people assumed all Custodes were male, even though there is established lore specifically saying they were male and were created from the sons of Terra nobility. We read those paragraphs out loud.
We literally showed them on screen. Incorrect, man.
How does he know that I complained about Stellar Blade but is unaware that I read those? Did he only watch the first, 10 minutes?
I have no idea how he's pulling this off.
That's just the first few minutes of your mindless drivel.
Okay.
Fair.
So, yeah, it does seem like he was just a few minutes in and he gave up. You're just as, if not more ignorant than all the people you are trying to talk crap about in this sad excuse for a podcast. It's not much lower quality than most other podcasts, to be honest. The only thing we're missing is cameras. Our viewer engagement sucks because we're not consistent.
Also, our viewer engagement is not even that bad.
Good luck getting rich. Why do you put that in quotes? Did we say that?
No.
Oh.
I probably joked about us getting...
We do that a lot.
The joke is that we don't get a lot of views, and we're not gonna get rich off of this amount of views. That's my joke, you dickhead.
Yeah. Don't steal our joke.
In the grim darkness of the far future, women already existed before retcons. Grifter geeks pretend to care about more women existing. I think that's a dig at us, but it's kind of sloppy.
I actually can't tell.
No. This is a dig at them. They're pretending to care about more women, as in the women who have been added to the Custodes lore. He's pretty much just redoing my title.
Oh, okay. Okay.
People were mad that I called him a geek, by the way.
I didn't even read your title, honestly.
You should really watch these episodes more. You'll be more in tune with our own lore.
I was actually in the episode.
Y'all got haters in the comments. Shut up, you nerd. No, in the grim, dark future, a bunch of idiots ignore the lore and decide that an organization that from the beginning of the lore was made up only of men, and rather than use the sisters... Why do we gotta read this garbage?
These dudes are being haters, lol. You reap what you sow.
That's not the right form of sow, man. You are comment. Good job. Doesn't negate my comment, so I don't know how to respond, sorry. Clearly you did know how to respond. 'Cause you did. I never said it did. I'm just adding... I actually like this comment. I'm just coming onto your comment by giving my own perspective on just why they are getting haters. This is like one of the first episodes we've gotten this many haters on. We also don't care...
Elon Musk.
Yeah, not this many, though.
Are you sure? They were more passionate on the Elon Musk, I'll tell you that much.
Yes.
Everybody doesn't have a few, but these guys have almost no engagement in the first place. And in my honest opinion, it's because they are pretty hypocritical and ignorant themselves, especially guy number one.
It's pretty hard to listen to him in general.
Who's guy number one?
Probably me.
Probably. You're the one that was talking about it most, so...
Especially guy number... Hard agree on that one point. But,
hard agree on... Where the fuck did the... Okay.
I like people who are, criticizing...
Oh, yeah, thanks, Gray.
Agreed, he's so annoying. Yeah, and I liked the comment. I'm just adding on why they are getting haters. Again, one of the first episodes we've gotten this many haters, but these guys have almost no engagement in the first place. Hundreds of views per episode on a podcast that just got started with two guys that nobody knows is not that bad.
And we're inconsistent.
Yeah. I guarantee you none of the people, pointing out how little views we get could get this many in, as little time as we've been doing this.
Yeah, it also doesn't hurt our feelings that we don't get.
We literally do not... I could not care less if you guys lived or died in the next 10 seconds.
It's part of the meme.
Your opinions of me cannot hurt me, because I don't care if you live or die, you see.
It's like shoe on head.
Slaps on the Joker makeup.
The low quality is the meme. Alright, let's close all these. Okay, I guess we can just scroll past. It's not my fault. Your comments were disabled when you posted. I'm still first. Oh, yeah, it's okay.
Someone needs to tell this person to get the fuck out of our comments and quit and leave me alone already.
Don't.
No, in the grim dark future, a bunch of idiots, there's two of us. Ignore the lore. We didn't ignore the lore. That lore is retconned. It doesn't matter anymore.
We brought up the lore. We showed it on screen.
And decide that an organization from the beginning of the lore, it has only been in its current state since 2008. Again. The Custodes have always existed, but they were basically just other Space Marines until 2008. That was when they became, like, the big dick demigods they are now.
So this guy is full of
They're
beeswax.
over-exaggerating. No one really cared about the Custodes until they became, like, basically their own thing.
Rather than use the Sisters of Silence or
Adeptus Sororitas. That's the Sisters of Battle.
Oh, okay.
They decide that they need a member of the Custodes to be a woman. A member. It's not just a member, man. Was he this mad about thinking there was only one woman in the Custodes?
Dude, imagine.
Holy
I can't believe it!
Imagine he hears that our response, realizes that it's like, actually realizes that it's like a big chunk of the Custodes are women, and he just spontaneously combusts.
That's just the last straw. The end of it.
He literally goes supernova.
That's all he could take.
Not only that, they don't admit to changing the lore, but claim it was never a men-only group. What?
We didn't claim that. That was...
They don't admit to changing the lore? Yeah, they did!
Wait, is he talking about
He's
us?
talking about GW now.
Okay.
They don't admit to changing the lore. Yes, they do! That comes with the territory of them making this claim.
I don't understand how people don't understand what a retcon is.
They're pretending not to be angrier about it.
Oh, okay.
That last part is what is really getting fans mad, and now grifters like you are trying to lie. We're not making money off of this.
Yeah. How are we... Yeah, that's a good one. How are we grifters if we're not making money?
Maybe the guy who was the guy who was actually pretending to care about this topic isn't the grifter. We are.
Do you think we've got like BlackRock in our back pocket paying us like thousands of dollars to make a video that 9 people are gonna see?
We actually got like a little over 700 views on that last one.
Yeah, baby.
For some reason, all those hate likes really helped us in the algorithm, guys. Maybe don't do that next time. It's not like Warhammer 40k. See, here's his reply. Oh no, it's gonna be long, isn't it? Oh no!
My God.
I will read one of these. With respect, that's a lazy and tired excuse, bro. That's literally the only response of any substance that people use to justify changes like this. Alright, so respond to it. Even though it's still a terrible way to hand-wave these issues anyway. Why is it a terrible way to hand-wave these issues? Are they correct that 40k lore has always changed? Absolutely. But they never consider why things were done so in the first place. Wow, I actually cannot read right now. I'm very sorry.
Now you know how I feel. We did acknowledge why they did it. They did it to pander. We acknowledge that it is a pandering tactic. We just said
don't
that it's
really
done tastefully.
I just don't really mind there being women, I guess.
This was a very small change to a very small, or not small faction, but a not major faction. So it was done tastefully. It wasn't like in other mediums where they just completely stomp on the lore.
It was done tastefully in that, it can be excused in the lore, because the Custodes process is very different from the Space Marine process, but I still think it was not revealed properly. I think that something that shakes up the lore like this should be given a bit more gravitas or respect than to just be like, oh yeah, than to just have a tweet be like, oh yeah, by the way, female Custodes have always existed.
Yeah, nobody likes a retcon, but they happen.
That's gaslighting, man.
Yeah, we're not trying to say that. What was this guy saying? Yeah,
I don't know if we're gonna read all of this, to be honest.
I'm just looking at this top paragraph. I don't feel like going through all that.
He probably makes a good point, I'll be fair, but
I mean, the first paragraph's pretty...
It's not entertaining for us to react to a fucking thesis statement, I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure, yeah, we're not saying that it's not lazy or that it's, good that it's retconned. But like retcons are kind of inevitable with a property that is this old. So they kind of have to happen. So I prefer if they're going to retcon things in any medium, and not even 40K. If they're going to make retcons, I would prefer they be small ones that are, not too intrusive, which is what this one is.
See,
it doesn't change anything that's already happened.
But no, they straight up lied to gaslight the entire 40K audience. Again, the gaslighting thing.
Didn't happen.
It's not a gas... I've already made this point, but it's not a gaslight to just change the lore.
No, using the word gaslighting in this situation takes away from the meaning of gaslighting, because you're including something that doesn't qualify. This is gaslighting's little brother, and you're trying to soup it up to be this big thing. You're really diminishing from that word's value.
Okay, I actually am reading some of these, and he's very much overstating how established the Custodes lore was to that. That was not something that was extremely important to their faction or anything.
Yeah, we saw all of the times that it was mentioned, and it was 3 times, and it wasn't it's not important for them to be only men. It doesn't actually do anything. They're not powered by cum or something.
See, Grimdark, I already read you. Your takes, opinions are far off. The first 5 minutes is nothing but bashing and talking nonsense. Way more than the first 5 minutes, are you kidding?
Yeah, you should have watched the rest of it.
You soined like the fat neckbeards you make fun of. That's true. I weigh 400 pounds right now. I really let myself go. If you truly read the... truly read the Black Library Warhammer 40K books, I've read several of them, then you know they have 2 factions of females. The Sisters of... oh my god.
We talked about them.
Is he really just gonna, do a lore dump on us? How long is this?
Okay, not that long.
Okay.
Politics is downstream of from culture. If you don't understand, then why'd your podcast... they always say that. Your podcast will not grow.
You start a fucking podcast then, dickhead. Let's see how big your podcast gets. Let's see if you average however many views we average on every episode.
I wonder how many of these people who watch the first 5 minutes and then post their comment, I wonder how many of them are actually children. Because I didn't really consider it until a little while ago. Somebody was talking. I think I watched a video of somebody talking about one of these shit poster comments. It was this is probably some fucking kid, and then they looked at the guy's account and it was a kid. It's just an actual 9-year-old.
It's either a kid or a 50-year-old man.
I have to imagine that these are kids, because I can't imagine that somebody I can see some of these being adults.
The way
this one, I don't imagine is an adult. I can't imagine this is an adult.
Look at this. Where's this quote coming from? We didn't say this shit. Politics is downstream from culture.
I don't think that was us. I feel like that's a quote from someone that's very quote-like.
Don't you have to mention who you're quoting? Politics is downstream from culture. If you don't understand that, then your podcast will not grow. How many...
Dude, the next comment is actually kind of good.
I am going to read that one. I'm excited for it. But I'm just going to, you can talk about pop culture and politics because they both affect a society. Alright then?
This guy's got to be 8.
Does he think that female Custodes is going to, affect society somehow?
No, it's... I mean, to an 8-year-old, yeah, I would assume that's a pretty big deal to them.
Or a man-child with the brain of an 8-year-old.
I honestly, legitimately, unironically, not joking, I sincerely doubt that this person is in the double digits of age.
Alright, let's move on from this gentleman, because this was one of the first comments I read, and I was excited to get to it. I smell some absolutely ripe simping in the comments, or in the desperate hope for female attention.
Imagine not seeing
how this is atrocious for the franchise.
It genuinely requires Olympic-tier metal gymnastics and a triple shot of pseudo-moral superiority, TBH.
I don't think I'm, like, better than you, man. I just don't think I don't care about, like, about girls going into my, like, boys' clubhouse, I guess. That's all this is. This is an adult version of that.
Yeah, you don't... Like,
just, like, throwing a fucking tantrum because, like, now there's tits and vaginas on some of their fucking, like 30-year-old man-child Barbie dolls.
Also, no one that has ever had sex with a woman thinks that defending Warhammer lore will get them laid.
Also, don't you ever accuse me of liking women, first of all. I make fun of women constantly on this podcast. I make constant sexist remarks and comments. I am constantly advocating for their rights to be stripped away. Don't you ever accuse me of anything otherwise.
It genuinely requires Olympic-tier metal gymnastics and triple shot of pseudo-moral superiority. No, not really. It's
the mental gymnastics of, oh, there's women now. Who cares? Whoa! I took a step.
Holy shit, dude!
I got 10 out of 10s from the judges.
Tightrope trapeze tossing. I don't even know. Swinging.
You got there eventually.
Yeah.
That was all the comments. I was kind of hoping there would be more. At least there were some agreeing with us. Those are the real important ones.
Yeah, those are the only ones that I'm gonna take to heart.
Those are the only ones that will. You know, you guys are cool, is all I'm saying. Don't go to school.
I really like that one Chad that was just like, disagree.
I disagree with you. Thank you for having a different opinion. I don't agree at all, but thank you. I'm gonna mod you if we ever do live streams of this, buddy boy.
Hell yeah. We gotta keep that guy's, what are they, name tag.
Alright, that one segment took us past 4, so... we might need to take a bit of a break here.
Yeah.
But that was fun. I enjoyed yelling about that for a bit. And I love each and every one of those fine gentlemen, because let's be honest, those were all men.
Yeah.
What'd you think of them?
I'm kind of annoyed that nobody answered my question.
What question?
Should we cover more topics that we're, like, more nerdy topics that we're just interested in? Or should we stick to the news?
I mean, that is the, like, plan eventually. Like, once we get an audience, I'm definitely planning on doing, like, media reactions and crap like that. But for now, we must simply do this garbage.
Well, I feel like we should, like... I personally feel like we should start with the media reactions and reviews and stuff.
We should react to Martyrs. Uncensored on this channel.
That's, I guess. Martyrs wasn't, like, that good.
No, it wasn't that good. I just like the effects in it.
Oh, yeah. They're like bruises and stuff. That's like a whole can of worms.
The gore was, like, actually not as good as in something like Terrifier.
Oh yeah, Terrifier was pretty wild. But like with Martyrs, it was French. So first off, but
so minus 20 points right there. 20 points out of 10.
Yeah, negative 20 so far. But they're like bruises and cuts and stuff like that.
Luckily, you don't have to care about what happens to them because they're French.
I felt very detached. But yeah, it was all. Their effects were pretty good. Their blood was all right. And like, at one point they flayed someone, and that looked pretty corny. But
because she was clearly just wearing a morph suit.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was not that good.
I don't know what you're.
It was all right.
Yeah, it wasn't. As much as I was expecting, but it was decent enough.
Yeah, I kind of feel like we should get into like our media reviews and stuff like that while we don't have a big audience, so that people get used to us doing that instead of us just like flipping it on them. But you know, I'd like to hear what the audience has to say. But
once I can get...
somebody's not answering me.
Once I can get to the point where I literally don't have to do any work for this besides sit down and talk into a microphone, I'll be willing to hand that extra work off to someone else as well. But until then, I ain't doing any of that shit.
Yeah, so answer our question, Brandon.
See... That was a fun segment, though. We'll be back to this eventually, but for you guys, it'll only take like 2 or 3 seconds. See you soon.
Also, bring more heat next time you comment.
Yes, I expect to see, like, my IP address and my physical address and my social security.
And a picture of my butthole.
And, yes, picture of my colon.
The inside, yeah.
I want to see a picture of you fingering my ass while I'm asleep posted in the comments.
Without
or it's not going to be... It's just not going to get to me.
Yeah. You can't get under our skin unless you literally get under our skin.
Alright. We will see you guys in like 3, 2, 1, 0. Haha. Jinxed it. Those fucking idiots. They can't tell that there was an edit there.
I think I could stay up a little longer.
Doofuses.
I think I could stay up a little longer.
Oh, is that what's happening?
Yeah, I don't think we, I don't think I gotta go to bed right now.
No, unbeknownst to you guys, there was in fact a cut in the middle there, but it only lasted several seconds for you. That was like maybe 6 or 7 hours for us. We had to go out and find all those people that left those mean comments.
Yeah.
Skin them alive, like we posted with some cartel members. They helped us out.
Yeah, we just told them we like Goku.
That dude's mom made some mean birria tacos out of those guys' thigh meat.
Thigh meat is probably a fucking delicious cut, honestly.
That is what I would eat, unironically, if I had to eat a person.
That's where all the meat is.
That's detached enough from them where I could go, whatever. I don't care. This was from a dude I was talking to on the way here.
I mean, that's where all the meat is. That or you can take a bite out of somebody's butt cheek. Just get some of that nice man blubber.
No, that would feel too freaky, honestly. I might have to leave the butt cheeks and the genitals in a pile on the side.
Wasteful. You start with the genitals, like a hyena.
That part's always the only part that's made me retch about eating a human is having is like considering what to do with the parts that I don't feel like eating.
I like how you've considered this to the point where you're like, what
would I do with the genitals?
I'd collect them and then dehydrate them.
What parts am I okay with?
I'd collect all the pinors and dehydrate them and stick them to my ceiling fan.
Clearly, though, we didn't care about those guys because they left us some mean comments, so you guys should, take that advice in the future.
And I was right, they were all 9-year-olds.
Yeah, that made it especially annoying. But it had to be done. You won't damage our egos like that and get away with it.
Weenies.
Let's see. Alright, on to other things that pissed people off.
The lowest poly vehicle on the market.
Yeah, this does just look like a PlayStation 1 cutscene, doesn't it?
It looks like a sharp-edged pile of shit.
Add some weird textures to this, and maybe poly up those mountains, and this is a perfect screenshot. I don't think we need I'm really just playing this for the background videos.
Yeah.
This is not a planned out segment at all. I just realized that we haven't talked shit about this, so...
Did I show you that video of that guy almost cutting his finger off, closing it in the trunk of one of these?
Yeah, everyone's seen video. I think there's videos in this of people, like, chopping vegetables just with the side door panels because every piece of metal on this thing has a razor's edge for some reason.
That's good design. That makes sense.
Yes, I figured it was fitting to come back to this and make fun of it since we already pissed people off the past couple weeks and probably with the beginning of this episode. We might as well revisit a classic. And I can put Elon Musk motivation in the description.
Yeah!
And probably not get our channel flagged since I've been doing that falsely on other videos.
Have we gotten flagged for that?
No.
Yeah.
But,
I thought it was his finger. I thought this was the video.
No, these guys aren't as stupid as it turns out. Look at that shit, though.
That's ridiculous. Yeah.
Imagine a kid's hand being in there.
Yeah. That's kind of immediately where my mind went. Is some kid getting their hand lopped off.
Have you seen the videos of, like, the fucking gas pedals on these things just falling off?
Yeah, and
because they're glued on.
Yeah, and it just got jammed, so you had to, like, floor it the whole way. Like, you literally could not take your foot off the gas because of it.
Man, I do not know what the hell is happening in this video without his, Jeez, look at the fucking size difference there.
Did you just bring this video up so we could talk shit about the Cybertruck?
Yes, not a very planned out segment.
Oh, okay, I'm fine with that.
I just felt like bringing up a couple things that I remembered about it. We gotta speed blitz a lot of these topics, unfortunately, but that's fine, because nothing really happened this week, thankfully.
Anyone... people who buy this as a flex, I can't understand, like, flex culture, if that's what you want to call it. Because, like...
Is it a flex? These things are only like 40 grand. And they're butt ugly, yeah?
Oh, I thought...
Actually, no, he raised the price, like, to, like, 50 or 60 grand or something, because... I don't know where the fuck...
like, stupid expensive.
They were more expensive than he promised. He was promising somewhere in, like, the 30 grand territory. And I knew immediately, like, there's no way he's meeting that.
Anyone who bought this is an idiot. Like, if you rented... I could see somebody renting this as a meme. Like, Drew Gooden rented one of these as a meme, and...
People are already renting these out.
Yeah, because, like, what are you gonna do with this pile of shit?
Drive it, obviously, until it breaks the fuck down because it's a piece of shit.
It's the perfect off-roading vehicle. However, if you drive this on a windy day, you'll have to completely refurbish the car because, like, regular air temperatures will cause it to rust to the point of non-function.
61 to 100k pickup.
Also,
I'm thinking of the price of the normal Tesla. I don't think he said the CyberTruck would be 40. No, I am definitely recalling that I saw him saying that these would be 40 grand.
I honestly don't know. I try not to pay attention to this guy because he's a fucking idiot, and it pisses me off how much people like him. Because it's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed to be the same species as him. Dude, I brought a sink.
Let that sink in. Wait, was
that the meme?
Yes.
Wow.
That is
an idiot.
It's a fucking dad joke, and he performed it in the most awkward way imaginable.
I literally thought it was just brain rot. I thought he was doing a brain rot meme of just walking in with a sink.
I think this one's, this is Aiden Ross's Cybertruck. Oh, yeah. Testing the bulletproof capabilities of it.
Does Andrew Tate just like having his ball sack out around other men?
You see him sniffing Andrew Tate's chair?
Yeah.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure that was a self-aware joke on his part, but, like...
It's still cringe.
Yeah, it is. All these guys are cringe. I was watching a video on some kick streamers last night, and all these people are, like, complete degenerates that should be, like, burned on a cross or something. We should make a... We don't have time to talk about it here, but I do want to, like, make a segment about that at some point.
By the way, that shitty tent is, like, a fucking super expensive attachment. You have to pay, like, a ton of money to have that pile of crap.
I think it's, like, 6 grand or something. It's, like, 4 digits.
It's ridiculous, whatever it was.
It doesn't even look remotely... There's no way that thing... There's, like, a fucking hammock in it. There's no way that thing's supporting the weight of a human being.
No.
I don't trust anything built by this fucker at this point.
Yeah, because he doesn't fucking think at all. He's just like, wouldn't it be cool if I made this entire thing out of sharp steel?
Wouldn't it be cool if there was, like, a fucking angle on the front of it that allowed you to bisect any human being that you got in a traffic altercation with?
Yeah, and wouldn't it be cool that if you got in a car accident and the vehicle was completely unharmed because it's basically a giant tungsten block, however, anyone in the vehicle would be turned to fucking toothpaste? Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, isn't it because this thing has no crumple zones on it?
Yeah, he made the vehicle indestructible. Or, quote,
his idea of indestructible.
It's not indestructible, it's just stronger than most cars on the market, because most cars on the market are meant to break because that's the safety standard, because the objective is not to save the car, it's to save the person inside. And he didn't do that because he's a moron.
Yeah, I really can't believe this dude still has defenders at this point, to be honest. It's, like, super obvious that he's a fucking retard.
Yeah.
And a socially inept weirdo on top of all that.
He's also just embarrassing. Like, I love the part where it starts flipping around.
Remember that fucking Twitter account I showed you of him pretending to be a child?
Yeah. I think about that very often.
How did that not sink this dude?
I have no idea.
That is weird beyond all belief.
I think it's all sunken cost. I think it's all, like, I don't think he gets any new fans. I think it's all people that were like, dude, he's the real-life Tony Stark. And then that came out, and they were just like, I already said it, I can't go back.
I feel like I'm seeing more and more. That dude looks like a chef, like, YouTuber that I watch a lot, and it bothers me every time I see him. I see more and more people who were previous, like, Musk sniffers that are slowly coming out against this guy and talking about how they have no respect or, like, expectations of him at this point anymore.
Yeah, because you can only be so deluded about him. There comes a point where you have to go, like, all right, I gotta back out.
I said this thing was $60 as, like, a highball, and it's $61,000 just to piss me off. Like, I just saw the actual price for it on screen somewhere.
Adds an additional $1,000 just because.
He sees this podcast and makes it $61,420.69.
Actually, that's not correct.
Holy shit. What if it could only reach speeds of 69 miles per hour and it only had a 420 mile an hour fuel range? Wow.
I think that would be Pog.
Hold on, I have to pretend to be a Nazi so that actual Nazis suck my cock on Twitter.
Is he not actually a Nazi?
I don't think that dude has any real beliefs, to be honest.
He's South African. They're pretty racist.
He's constantly talking about, like, Nazi conspiracy theories on Twitter, but he always adds, like, a question mark at the end of everything he says. I wish the Holocaust happened?
Question mark?
What? Let's discuss this.
In, like, I think 3rd grade, I had a teacher who was, pause this.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
I had a teacher who was South African, and, like, it was normal for most of my time in her
Don't
class.
bring up natives around that one.
I brought my friend from Kenya to class one day, because I was like, look, I have a friend from Kenya, and everybody was like, whoa, that's so cool. And later on, like, after that whole, like, show and tell thing, I was in the car with my parents and, my friend, and my parents were both like, that was really weird. And I was like, what? And they were like, your teacher was just, like, in the corner, just, like, glaring at him the whole time.
Just, like, chewing through, like, solid sheet metal.
The way they describe it makes her sound like a vampire. She's just like, no dark people.
Ew, they're the ones who kicked me off my emerald farm. I had a boomer teacher substitute, like, shit-talking, like, Muslims, and talking about how her son's, like, an actively serving veteran, and she hopes he guns down more of them.
Oh my god.
She was, like, showing us pictures of his ear collection. It was getting pretty crazy.
You are so full of it.
Only part of that was full of it. You won't know which one.
You're so full of shit, dude.
I went a bit far with that part, didn't I?
Yeah, you could have.
Yeah, I realized.
Got me with that.
I realized I should have stopped at just him gunning down civilians. I knew you had it. I knew I had you on that one.
I bit the bait, because I knew you were exaggerating a little bit, and I was willing to give you that little bit of give, but as soon as you said ear collection, I was like, this whole thing's fucking a lie.
See...
Alright. Good.
Enough.
Fox and Friends. Wow. That sounds like Fox News is trying to market to children.
No. That's just a gay, title meant to be inviting, but we're not watching it for their commentary, thankfully. What do you think happened with this guy?
I'm gonna guess he is some sort of sex offender.
See...
Because
he's
got
probably
like a 50% chance of being correct with that.
No, here's the headline.
I didn't read it.
See, let's go back a bit.
Oh, right. The I actually heard about this one.
Yes.
Boeing killed another whistleblower. Wow.
They're insisting that they didn't.
Weird. It's like...
Let's be fair.
Hey, your planes are falling apart, and the first
Every
guy...
single time people testify against you, they fucking explode in front of their friends and family. It's crazy.
Yeah, he drowned because he had 2 bullet holes in his head. It was weird.
A guy with a, with one of those spinning fan hats, but it's actually a Boeing airplane wearing a Boeing t-shirt, ran up to this guy and injected him with the fucking virus that turns you into a mass of tentacles from Prototype.
I want to get that virus, honestly. That thing's sick as fuck.
Alex Mercer going... I work with Boeing, and then he runs up and injects you with the fucking Life Eater virus or some shit.
He like shapeshifts his arms into the shape of plane wings.
He makes sure to add the word Boeing to them.
I'm for Boeing, I'm for Boeing, I'm for Boeing.
I'm for Boeing, I'm killing this guy. It's about that embarrassingly obvious at this point, so... That was the first guy they killed, by the way.
Yeah, I recognized him. Literally the nanosecond... Dude, a door's just off.
We watched that video on here, I'm pretty sure.
I don't understand why they would bother assassinating somebody, because, like, it's obvious. Anyone who's been... Like, there was just a video of people on a plane with the door missing. Like...
Top hints to...
How are you going to cover that up?
Top hint to these guys, what they want to cover up is it being shown that they're deliberately mismanufacturing these planes to save money. I wonder if they're gonna buy, 10% of GW and announce, Trans-Imperial Guardsmen in order to distract from this, because apparently that would work according to the people in the last segment.
You've completely lost me. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Jesus Christ. I'm referencing the people who said that BlackRock bought GW in order to add female custodies to distract from their crimes.
Oh, GW is who makes Warhammer?
Yes.
Okay.
See, but we're getting a bit far afield of that. Apparently this dude was, a real health nut, and he went to the hospital complaining of, being unable to breathe and had pneumonia-like symptoms. And the doctors, x-rayed his chest and said they were completely filled with fluid. And he had, some sort of viral reaction to other... He had, multiple viruses at once, basically.
Okay, that's where you got all the virus injection jokes.
Yes.
Okay,
mass fucking, just a mass viral load on this guy. They probably literally had, a blow dart that felt like a mosquito bite hit this dude. But it was covered in, that shit from Family Guy that makes you, swell up instantly.
See, you can't have had this one, because I just invented it. You just got, one of those big industrial ice cream tubs full of, bubonic plague with a big,
the
plunger
fucking
on
tub is, kicking around when he's handling it.
And they just a cartoonishly large needle sticking off the end.
They just run up and, chuck it at this guy. They forget to get out of their boat. They land in the street next to this guy in a Boeing aircraft. And then run up and toss the entire canister at him.
It didn't even fly in. It just dropped straight down.
Takes off again like a helicopter and then flies backwards into the distance.
Yeah, not even like a nosedive. Just completely flat-bellied.
I'm pretty sure I literally just took that joke from Smiling Friends, but...
That's very, like, Gmod.
Yeah, that's basically just fucking skibbity humor.
Yeah, pretty much.
I love how they went to this dude, everyone in this dude's family was talking about what a health nut he is. And I like how they go with this guy to give him, like, the health disorders and viruses until he dies.
Yeah.
But they shot the fat old man in the back of the head, like, 13 times.
Yeah.
Switch those around and it would be less suspicious, you fucking idiots!
Yeah, you've made it, like,
Shoot!
completely obvious that you're assassinating.
Give this guy the heart attack ray gun from fucking, that the CIA would lend you. And then poison the other guy.
They just cut the door off of a microwave. Just nuke this guy.
If you were to kill one of our whistleblowers, how would you do it?
One of our You mean all those people we ate?
No. Those guys aren't whistleblowers. They just hurt our feelings. We can get away with that in court. I'm talking about, like, one of our vast network of employees, like, coming out and revealing all the sexual, like, improprieties that happen in the background of this podcast.
And that we kidnap and eat people all the time?
No one cares about that. That came out a while ago.
I'd probably load them into, like, a huge t-shirt cannon and fire them into the sun.
I would probably tie them to a rope to the back of a golf cart and do a 0-point spin like in regular show until their body parts fling off into the distance.
Open a hole into negative space and you have to fight a kaiju in order to escape.
Drive off with their still screaming torso behind me.
Just their soul attached to the back of your golf cart.
Oh! I'm still alive! As I drive off into the distance.
Like fucking Ghost Rider.
Let's see, don't worry, we're rich. We can get away with doing that.
Yeah.
As will the people who did this from the looks of it.
From all the revenue we make off of this podcast.
I'm gonna go ahead and guess that the higher-ups at Boeing who did this are just known. It's just known by, like, Joe Biden probably, like, dines with the people who did this, and he's just like, guys, you're kind of, like, making this very obvious here.
Joe Biden
I'm extremely senile, Jack, and even I'm aware of the issues with this plan of yours.
Joe Biden would not say that. He'd be like, listen here, Jack, I love ice cream, and I turned blonde, and my corn pop put his finger in my wiener.
As he's, like, clipping through the environment like a Gary's Mod character again. He's so senile, he's warping reality.
Every time he starts a conversation with someone, he, like, zooms in on their face like Fallout.
Makes the foxy screaming sound. Alright, enough of this story. I'm bored of this. Boeing, you're getting sloppy and it's embarrassing.
Yeah, if you're gonna assassinate...
We kill our whistleblowers way better than this.
Yeah, with a spoon.
Riot police breaks through UCLA and...
this is about the fucking campus protests, but that's a bit of a heavy topic.
Which one?
I don't know, there's a bunch of them at this point.
Aren't campuses notorious for protesting?
No, these are, like, the Israel protests happening right now.
Oh, like they're protesting... Wait,
they're protesting their campus...
pro-Israel...
you can guess which side are which once we get into these, but...
I'm assuming that the pro-Israel ones are the ones that the cops are helping?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, figures.
Yeah, there's, like, a bunch of these encampments popping up all over campuses because, like, most universities, for some reason, have direct monetary ties with Israel. Like, why does every, like, evil person in the Western world just run over to those fuckers? It's probably literally them going to them first. I don't know why more countries don't just do what Israel did, because it's so fucking easy. You just stuff, like, a couple $100 bills into the colons of U.S. politicians, and you're, like, good literally forever.
Yeah, pretty much. You get on the good side of U.S. politicians, Russian politicians, shit like that, and you're pretty much set.
But these campuses, because most of them have, like, because they have so much money going in with connected with Israel at this point, are just taking like marching orders directly from like the Israeli government on what to do with these students.
Just straight up executing Order 66 on their own campuses.
They pull out lightsabers just to kill a bunch of kids with them. The next wave of, like, Gaza fucking, like, bombing runs are just gonna be a bunch of lightsabers being dropped from the sky.
It's literally Palpatine with, like, the curly sideburns. It's just that. Do it.
Let's see. You can't make jokes like that.
I stole that from Game Grumps.
I'm sorry to hear that you watch Game Grumps.
I don't. I watched them when I was younger. I fell off ages ago.
Just UCLA in particular has been especially... I'm not sure I'm going to, like, make this full screen just because I'm probably going to have to blur this footage anyway. But UCLA in particular has been really bad with these protests because there's, like... I think there's, like, a couple hundred protesters and there's, like... There was, like... 200 or 300 protesters at a campus in New York, I think, and they sent literally like 500 or 600 cops to them.
Jesus.
There was a bunch of people talking about how, like, oh, cool, I'm gonna go, like, rob places now because, like, the entirety of the NYPD is on fucking campuses right now.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you do that? The fuck?
Just do that.
Since these fucking idiots care about these kids camping out on the front lawns, apparently.
Yeah, I saw some footage of what I assume was this protest before it got hostile. Like, I watched this Hassan video, and it was just them, like, dancing and shit. They were just, like, hanging out and dancing as their protest.
Yes, and because there's literally not been a single documented case of violence from the pro-Gaza side.
Yeah, and then I saw, like, in his video, he was showing that, like, other people started showing up, like, pro-Israeli, protesters started showing up, and they were just like, oh, you need to bring in the tanks. These people are dangerous. Kill them all.
It's hilarious because part of the rationale for, like, these campuses doing this shit and, like, what a lot of the media and Joe Biden and fucking... And, like, these campus, like, authorities have been saying is, like, oh, well, it's unsafe for students, right? It's unsafe for Jewish students because, they're facing a lot of violence right now. And if you look at the charts, there is a rise in violence against Jewish students, but it's from, like, Zionist students attacking fucking Israel Jewish students. That's where the rise in violence is coming from, but these fuckers are pretending it's the anti-genocide people doing it.
Yeah.
And they're all saying that shit, by the way. Joe Biden came out... I really wish I had pulled the Joe Biden speech about this shit now. Fuck. But Joe Biden came out and was talking about how, like, well, these... You're allowed to detest, Jag. You're not allowed to be violent.
Did they give him some of his super juice for the speech?
That was about as good as he was in his speech, so probably.
Okay. That was cool. I was honestly excited. It was like he unlocked Super Saiyan.
That shit seems to affect him differently depending on when he takes it. I think they're starting to realize it's frying his brain, because I don't think they're giving it to him as much lately.
Yeah,
Did you see that video of him fucking, like, shaking hands with the air?
No.
He turned after his speech and tried to shake hands with nobody. And then he walked back to the podium and started, like, talking again.
So it's more like a Kaioken than saying.
Holy shit, they need to get that dude the fuck out of there already, goddamn.
I was honestly kind of hyped once he like, snapped back for whatever that was. Like, whatever they pumped him up with. I was honestly kind of excited.
Here's some footage of the pro-Israel side of the protest, which, by the way, not only has there not been a single documented case of violence from any of the pro-Gaza demonstrators, but the pro-Gaza demonstrators are majority students of these campuses. Mm-hmm. And multiple of these protests, or of the pro-Israel protests that have been interviewed, have been like, yeah, I don't even go to the school. I just think that what they're doing is disgusting. And a bunch of frat boys as well, as well, which is... I think I have some footage of some frat boys coming up, but for now, until we get there, I'll mention, like, a bunch of, like, fraternity houses on these campuses have been helping out the pro-Israel side. And I think it's literally just, like, fucking, like, actual, like, chuds realizing, like, wait a minute, this side's right-wing? Well, that's all I need to hear.
I'm pretty sure their numbers are actually way lower than it seems like they are, because they're everywhere, but I'm pretty sure it's the same group of people. Because I was watching this video with Gray about...
Who?
It was like... It was in one of our... It was,
is it the guy with the red bandana?
I don't know.
Okay, well, that guy's coming up.
No. It was
multiple of these, like, pro-Israel protests, you'll literally see the same faces in them.
Yeah.
And you'll see them, like, chumming, like, talking with the cops. Like, they know each other.
Yeah, that's... Basically, it was... We were watching some video about this guy who goes to, like...
I'm gonna play this footage, by the way, but this is just pro-Israel people beating the crap out of the anti-genocide people.
There's this guy who goes to, like, protests to just, like, interview people, and some of the people that showed up there, it was, like, back when Trump was getting elected, and he hadn't won the election, and now it was back when they, like, stormed the Capitol, and the people who showed up to storm the Capitol, there was a lot of, like, Americans and stuff, but there were people coming from, like, fucking Australia, and they're just like, I don't support it, they're gonna steal the Dragon Balls. They're just, like, foaming at the mouth over something that has nothing to do with them.
Some huge percentage of those Jan 6 people flew in there on private jets, because they were just, like, business fucking, like, rednecks, basically.
Yeah,
I own a shit vacuuming business, and I make $6 million a year.
Yeah, all the people...
It's that kind of shit.
All the people at this protest right now are pretty much the exact same people that were at all of the Trump ones and stuff. They're just, like... They're following the problem around.
A shitload of these people are feds, or, like, people literally being paid by the Israeli government to go in here and start shit. There was a video during one of these, the fucking idiot filmed it and uploaded it himself, of, like, they were in the middle of chanting, and at one point he goes, like, yeah, and fuck the Jews, right? And a couple people just turned to him and were like, dude, shut up, boo! And then they just went back to talking about, like, anti-genocide shit. But because that dude said that, all the demonstrators were arrested. The cops used him saying that one time as an excuse to go in and arrest all the demonstrators.
Wow. Wow, nice.
I know, right? They were all released immediately afterwards. But there's, like, footage of these kids getting arrested, and they're, like, the cops are, like, tearing their masks off. Making sure to do it in front of the cameras. Specifically so that... like, if these kids ever try to get jobs in the future, it's not gonna happen.
Nice. That's real fucking cool of them.
Well, you see, we, in our state, there's actually a law that you're not allowed to criticize Israel. Mm-hmm. So we're not allowed to hire you because you were at this protest. By the way, what I just said was true. There's 40 U.S. states where you're not allowed to criticize Israel or you can't be employed, by most businesses.
That's not gonna work out well.
Those laws have been set up for decades now. Gotta love living in America where you can criticize America, but not a foreign fucking nation just because their money is, like, touching the prostates of a bunch of the people that we elect to fucking... Whatever. I'm gonna get heated here.
A lot of these people will scream at the top of their lungs about fucking, like, free speech and stuff like that. Meanwhile, they're supporting, laws like that.
Yeah, it's a bunch of people who, like, will let literal fucking Nazis, like, walk through the streets and like, actually cause trouble or, like, smash windows or, like, threaten people as they walk around.
They'll just be like, they're entitled to their opinion.
Like, fucking, the governor of Florida, like, specifically wrote in a bunch of laws protecting campus speech. And he had to roll a bunch of those back in order for like protesters to be arrested.
Hell yeah.
These protesters, I mean.
Hell yeah.
Because these fucking chud dipshits always freak out about free speech on campuses, but they're referring to like men being able
hate speech.
Yeah, they're referring to like hate speech. But because this goes against like the fucking narrative, these kids are actually being silenced and having their rights stripped from them.
Wow, that's incredible.
I love this country so fucking much. We gotta put some
standard.
What the fuck is a kilometer kind of memes at the beginning of this segment.
Oh yeah, dude.
Let's see. Oh wait, I meant to point it out. See this dude, red bandana?
Uh-huh.
Keep an eye on him.
Okay, he's gone.
Oh shit, it's gone.
There he is.
There he is.
Good thing he keeps showing his face.
What the fuck does he have to worry about?
Yeah.
Wow, look at all of the violence. These people are just holding up wooden boards. Like,
yeah,
they've done nothing so far except maybe throw some shit at them.
They literally built a wall to protect themselves.
See, that actually wasn't the... Did I pull up the, like, fight video? Okay, yeah. Hey, there he was again. Did you see him? He's like a fucking cryptid in these videos, dude. Haha, look, he fell down. What the fuck? Schlubby fucking dolt. Dude, get behind the line, man. Haha, he knocked down the guy trying to beat him up. Hey, look, there's red bandana. Oh, look at him being dragged into the crowd now. These fucking... You can tell how much they hate genocide.
Yeah, by the way, they're trying to fucking kill all these people.
That, I think, does he come up?
There he is again.
Wow, look at that guy. Okay, I fucking couldn't find the video, I guess, but there was a video of this dude being interviewed by the cops afterwards, where he was, like, pepper sprayed. Not being interviewed by the cops, being interviewed by the news.
Uh-huh.
Like, they're just talking to him after this, and he was openly discussing how, yeah, we're here to beat the hell out of these guys, chase them off. They can't be saying this stuff.
Wow. And he's just free to go afterwards, huh?
Yes. He clearly got hit by pepper spray on accident, because there's no way they meant to hit this dude.
Yeah.
But this dude has been seen at, like, several different campuses in California at this point, and I'm not sure he's affiliated with, like... I'm not even sure he's even affiliated with Israel. I think he's literally just a fat chud that has nothing better to do. I think he's just going to these... Because he's acting... This dude's acting way too crazy for even, like, the fucking, pro-Israel side. Because he's been, like, beating... He's been seen, like, beating these people up in... I've seen this dude in probably, like, half a dozen different videos at this point.
Of this protest, or has he been in
different protests?
He's just a wandering...
He's just a he's just a cryptid.
Okay, good idea.
Just a Zionist cryptid going around beating people up.
It's probably just a fucking Proud Boy.
Hard to tell, because the Proud Boys hate Israel because they're Jewish, but they also aspire to be like Israel.
I think
the right are, like, really fucking... I've seen, like, actual debate amongst them on how to feel about this.
I like how this is the one reality in which people stop hating Jews. It's just because Jews become evil.
See, not Jews, just these ones.
Israel becomes
evil. Yeah, you misspoke, dingus. Let's see. Alright, let's see, let's watch this. This woman here gets attacked by actually does get attacked by these Gaza protesters. You'll see in a sec.
I feel like you're...
No, they skin her alive.
Oh, okay.
They hold her down and flay her like in Martyrs.
take a melon baller and just perfectly scoop her out in one go.
Just scoop a perfect groove.
No, you are free to move. You are free to move. She's
Her flesh gives no resistance, like it was made of cake. You're actually creeped out by the consistency of it. Like, I did not just cut into a person. This is weird now.
Dude,
I was all set to flay you alive, but you also didn't react to that.
There was this one bit they had in Simpsons that makes me want to watch The Simpsons. Basically,
It's okay.
what was that like? What's the name of corrupt millionaire character that they have?
They have several. Mr. Burns, I believe, is who you're talking about.
I think so. Yeah. At one point, somebody tried to take like Mr. Burns. Yeah, that guy. They tried to take like some of his blood. They were like trying to take like.
Oh yeah, and it just like
went straight through his arm.
Like meringue. I love that scene. That is a good scene.
Even he was just like, oh.
Check this arm. I saw some blood in there yesterday.
Ew.
So you're saying I'm immortal? No. Even the slightest breeze could immortal. Alright, to spoil the surprise, she does not in fact get held down and flayed alive.
Dang it!
She walked up to these kids and then called the cops and was like, I'm in fear for my life, can you come help me?
I just really don't like it when people don't explode.
And that is all this is, isn't it? These kids are, like, just on, screaming at the cops over the phone, like, no, we're not, no one's bothering her. And the cops don't buy her bullshit either.
That's good.
That's
better than I expected.
Yeah, they
I expected
actually...
the cops to, like, set up walls and then break through them while they rappel into a building that they build, like, Amish style.
We should probably actually react to this video on this go-around.
And then they kill everyone but her. And the dog.
They are free to leave.
And she lets off a nuclear pulse like Dr. Manhattan and nukes this area.
She turns it into a crater. I need funds, genocide.
They're not letting me move. That poor fucking dog here with this crazy bitch. I love how there's a Jews for... Look, there's pro... There's pro fucking, what is it?
Pro-Palestine.
Yeah, I couldn't get the fucking word out. There's pro-Palestine Jewish people right behind her in this video. You guys probably should have gotten that in frame more.
Yeah. I don't think it's any secret that there are lots of Jewish people that don't support Israel in this because, you know, they're not.
Unfortunately, like 70%, at least of the ones in no, actually it's like 85% of Jews in Israel support this shit.
I mean, yeah, but that's.
Well, let's see how it feels then.
I mean, like in the U.S. and other countries. Also,
Yeesh, what a crazy
I kind of don't
bitch.
feel like believing Israel's polls. I feel like it might be they might be lying.
I mean, I
like to think that they're lying because I'd like to think that not 80% of their population wants a genocide.
They're pretty much all just in a fervor right now. I think in a decade or two, we will see, like, a lot of regret come out of this, especially from the civilian population. But it's hard to tell because they're also, like, pretty much everyone in Israel is a veteran. You have to serve in the military for at least 2 years, and a lot of indoctrination happens in there.
Right, that makes sense.
So, like, from these guys, it might be a bit hard, but, like... I've seen lots of videos of Jewish, especially young Jewish people talking about how they had to, like, cut off their entire families, basically, over this shit, because, like, yeah, like, if I found out my family members were in favor of this, I'd like, fucking fight them.
Yeah,
if I, like, talk to a family member and they seriously defended the slaughter of a bunch of kids to me, like, I would straight up be like, alright, dude, I'm gonna leave because I'm about to beat the hell out of you.
Yeah. My family's on thin ice as it is without that shit.
Yeah, and you're the one doing all the wrong there.
I know, right? I just keep fist fighting everyone.
Look, we're being unfair. Let's hear out the other side now. Let's hear what the case they make.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. That makes
You
sense.
can't say that. At least they're rational.
Yeah, that's pretty much everything I see, like, in
It's crazy how, like, black and white this shit is.
Yeah, they're just feral. It's insane. Every, like, non-violent protest I see where they're, like, somebody will go and, like, point a camera at the pro-Israeli protesters, they're just like, I hope your children are raped and then eaten in front of you. It's just... That's not even an exaggeration.
Hey!
That's like literally 1-to-1. And then they turn the camera over to the Palestine side, and they're just like tap dancing in the completely alone.
They're just like fucking They're just like a bunch of that dude from Green Mile, just like sucking the cancer out of a bunch of children. Bringing little mice back to life. See... that's just another video of a fucking... This is a professor of the school, though.
Just
like,
attacking people?
No. Like, filming the protest to make sure his students don't get hurt, because I think he's a philosophy professor.
Oh, okay. Good to hear that he's on their side.
Look, he points him out.
And then they just attack him?
And then this fucking bloated fucking hog comes in. Almost takes out his buddy instead, by the way. Yeah, they actually just walk up and fucking,
attack him for no fucking reason?
Yes, they break his ribs here.
Oh, nice. Probably because that fucking 600-pound dude just landed on him.
Or no, wait, they're about to break his legs here. Yeah, see, just, like, fucking kneed him in the chest. A 70-year-old man.
That seems appropriate.
Do you guys know how to make napalm? It's a pretty useful skill.
Honestly, I really don't think this type of stuff can hold up much longer.
Yeah, how long are they gonna, like, are they gonna be doing shit like this while also making it literally impossible to live in this country?
Not much longer. It literally can't hold up much longer. They're making it so difficult to run a country, to, like, exist in this country, that they're just not going to be able to anymore.
I'm sure the fucking, hick with 12 kids that literally can't find a job in his entire state is really going to, like, be distracted from that. Is going to, like, be distracted from that upon hearing, like, oh my god, did you hear that these kids were protesting against Israel? That just ain't right, man. There's some things you just don't do.
Look, there's a trans girl on this Budweiser can.
They're still freaking out about that, to be fair.
I know. What was that, like, shell shock moment you just had? You just, like, stared into the corner like you saw a ghost.
Nothing. I tend to just look out windows at night, because I'm pretty sure a face is going to pop out.
Dude, your eyes were, like, dilated all the way to the edges, and then you just snapped back.
I was probably just stroking out. It happens sometimes.
That night shift really hitting you.
Let's see. Alright, looks like we'll have to finish these ones in a different chunk.
Are we gonna make this just one episode, or are we gonna come back and do more?
Don't give them the scoop.
Oh, okay. Get unscooped, losers!
I just realized
You're supposed to stop it after I say losers.
Shut up.
Oh.
I just realized we left a couple guys alive. Let's go take care of that.
Okay.
Man, this has been one long, continuous night.
Yes. All these people and cartel members we've been meeting has been pretty cool.
Yeah, it is really incredible.
Picking off the last of the stragglers of that last comment section.
It is really incredible what you can accomplish when you're completely corrupt.
Is it corruption? We're just involved with a bunch of gang members now.
Corruption, curse.
I owe some of those guys a lot of money, by the way. Turns out you don't make bets on a Cartoon Network theme song guessing. With cartel members. They tend to cheat, motherfuckers.
Is that a reference to something?
Yes. No, it's not a reference to anything. I was just picturing how funny it would be me trying to guess, like, Cartoon Network theme songs that they start. And what's, like, the most obvious one that could have played there? Imagine, like, the regular show intro plays with the word regular show on it, and I'm just like...
Teen Titans!
Fairly Odd Parents! What the fuck is this bullshit?
You guys are cheating!
I don't care how many fucking people you skin alive in front of me. I know goddamn well that was the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers theme song.
Changing
And
your
it's
answer.
like it's like fucking Billy and Mandy or some shit. All right, enough lollygagging though. We've done that enough. Time to get through the last of these stories. You know, I'm pretty sure we've covered. No, we covered Aiden Ross on here. Neon is another one of these fucking kick degenerates.
Lovely.
That show themselves like, I don't know, inseminating dead raccoons on the side of the road, and then you check out their metrics and it's like, oh look, he's the fucking third highest streamer on Kick. He makes $20 trillion an hour.
Ooh,
and it's
lovely.
completely legit. I love how when you look into any of that, like, this guy is notorious especially for this, but like most Kick streams are botted to absolute bejesus and back. So you literally, you can't even trust these fucking numbers. Also, Aiden Ross apparently owns, like, a huge part of Kick. Like, he was one of the original, like, investors into it. So you know you can't trust that fucker's numbers.
Yeah, definitely.
You can't trust his gambling streams either.
Isn't Kick also, like, notorious for being super shisty?
Like, shisty in terms of, like... I know you can't be, like... you can't be fucking a woman or gay on that website because it's just, like... It's like Incel India Central on there.
Oh, lovely.
Like, pretty much all the fucking... its entire viewer base are, like, children in India and Muslim countries, like, just screaming, WT... Although a sizable chunk of them are just watching streamers like this in order to, because Neon's like an IRL streamer. You know what those are?
No.
They're, guys who just, like, go around and make trouble for themselves. They film themselves in real life. Get it?
I hate that content.
Yes, and this dude... like, fakes a lot of it, but this shit is not fake. You can tell when it happens. But he's, like, gotten into fights and gotten robbed, like, probably 12 different times on stream now, and nobody believes it either, which is the funniest part. They're watching it like it's fucking pro wrestling. But I think Neon has gotten into, like, physical altercations before, like, real ones on stream, and that's when people really light up to watch him. Like, oh my god, I'm about to watch him die.
Yeah!
Finally!
That's pretty impressive when your entire fan base is waiting for you to die.
Yes, this dude's the aforementioned dead raccoon cum sock.
Nice.
Like, he's not the Kick... This dude isn't... Imagine that raccoon had a Kick account. That's basically what Neon is.
Oh, so
He's the dead raccoon being inseminated by a meth head.
Nice.
And
I didn't read the title of this, by the way, of this video.
Oh, well, you're in for a treat. He's with another Kick streamer who,
Drives with a helmet and gloves on the highway.
he drives at like 100 plus miles on these highways. He's like, his entire stream is just him speeding and breaking traffic laws.
Why hasn't he been arrested for that?
Kick doesn't give a shit. Like, I don't think, I don't know. They have this dude's private info. I'm pretty sure this dude, they're looking for this guy as well. But he's just, like, remember that kid that we showed messing with that woman's food?
Yeah.
That kid was a Kick streamer, and he got perma-banned for that video.
Oh, good.
But fucking Neon has literally threatened to, like rape kids on
Oh my
this.
God.
Like, because I think he was literally arguing with that kid, actually,
And he
from
threatened
that
to
video.
rape him?
Yeah, he was like, I'll fucking bend you over! I'll fucking butt fuck you until you die, you little shit! Like, shit like that.
Oh my God.
Like, people were treating it like he was, like, literally going to do it. Which is like, okay, he's obviously not gonna do that, but you also probably shouldn't be threatening to do that to children on camera. It just might not end well. But in his case, it did end well.
Maybe don't threaten to buttfuck children ever. On camera or
Let's
not.
hear him out. Alright, enough I've given enough exposition. We should just watch this video now.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he was banned for probably 4 hours for that incident. And he's been in, like, several separate incidences now where he just hasn't... Like, I think at this point he's on, like, 4 bans, and Kick just doesn't even bother pretending they're, like, gonna be enforcing their rules on this guy. Because they did at first. And God. Aiden Ross... did a streamer who was just like, guys, Kick is really just dropping the ball right now, man. I just can't side with what they're doing. And of course he owns like fucking a quarter of the company in the background. Okay, so he's probably directly deciding like, yeah, don't ban that guy. He makes us lots of money. I don't know how this dude makes the money actually, considering like all of his, like fucking half of his viewers are the same 7 people in Bangladesh on like a bunch of iPhones they pulled out of the garbage.
Does Kick have like a lot of like ad revenue or something like that?
Yeah, which is weird because they're completely fucking botted. Well, advertisers don't seem to be ran by a bunch of old people because it seems like they just see the numbers and are cool with it.
Yeah, I
but
YouTube, it's just incompetence.
YouTube doesn't pull this shit anymore because, like, shit gets botted, definitely, but YouTube tries to crack down on that because they were fucking in some hot water for, like, their view counts being fake, and Facebook's view counts, it was found out they were deliberately just, like, doubling all their numbers in order to sell them to advertisers.
Oh my God.
And they got in some very hot water for that. But for some reason, when these websites first pop up, no one seems to bother, like, looking into that shit. Which is probably what's helping Kick.
Jesus Christ.
Alright, enough exposition. I already said that. You knock that shit off.
Get on with it. Jesus Christ.
Time to play this.
Hope it crashes.
Don't be, spoiling things now. But yes, this is in fact Neon with the fucking Kick degenerate. This is how this dude drives in all of his streams.
Okay, Squeeze, alright. You don't lie to me, but we have to build a trust. Like, this is like you're cheating on me. You're getting fucked by another guy. Dude, man, come on!
Alright, and Neon is obviously hamming it up for whatever fucking babies are watching him right now.
That's Neon? Why does he sound
Neon
like he's
is
14?
on the right. Because he's like a shrimpy little Indian incel.
Oh.
Or he would be if he weren't rich.
Oh, what a moron.
That's cool.
Oh, and he just drives off?
Yes. On camera.
And he doesn't get arrested for this?
I think there's a warrant out for his arrest, but there were warrants out for his arrest already, so I don't think he cares.
Oh, cool.
Show me off.
Good thing law...
I can't tell if Neon's actually panicking here.
Probably. Good thing our legal system is a fucking joke.
Yeah, these guys don't got shit to worry about. They're all like millionaires.
Fucking stupid.
Come on.
Oh, I haven't seen this much of the video, I don't think.
Come on, bro. Get me the fuck out of here, bro. Come on. Hell nah, bro. What the fuck?
What the fuck, bro?
Stop, bro. Stop. What do we do? We need to get... Huh? What do we do? No, we need to go inside some... Come here. Come on, bro. Come on. Come on. Bro, we just crashed. I can't be on the street like this, bro. I need to...
What is he talking about? He wasn't driving. Who cares?
Camera down.
This dude was just arrested in Mumbai, or Dubai.
This guy driving?
No. Fucking Neon was.
For what?
His fucking, I guess his security guard accidentally, like, filmed the...
Hold on. Are these guys vomiting from like fear?
They could be. This could be hammed up for the video because this probably happened to them, and after the initial panic wore off, they were like, we can milk this for views, we can milk this for views, because you have to have that instinct to be one of these degenerate streamers.
Yeah.
You have to know to make everything content. So I don't think they let that opportunity pass them up, but I do think he was panicking at a certain point. Because I think he's out on probation, basically.
So what did he get arrested for in Dubai?
His bodyguard, like, accidentally filmed their military police or something, which is a big no-no there. Like, cameras there in general are kind of like a social taboo.
Why? What's wrong with filming their police force? Are they not supposed to have one or something?
No, they just don't want them being filmed. And after they got filmed, he was in jail for, like, 3 days. And then when he got back, he was, like, singing the praises of Dubai and talking about what an awesome, clean city it is and how fair their justice system is. And it's like, oh, this dude's got a prostate bomb right now.
Yeah.
They've just got a stick of dynamite up his ass. And there's like a fucking Middle Eastern midget strapped to his leg, ready to ignite it at any moment that he talks shit about Dubai.
I mean, it probably was part of a plea deal to get out like that.
Man, those other... At least America doesn't really do that shit. Like, it does... it kind of does it to its citizens.
It doesn't do it to, like, little...
It's not to that degree. Yeah, it's not to that degree. Like, what are you even doing that for?
It openly does it in a lot of cases. Like, if like, a minor celebrity gets in trouble, they'll have them, like, do PR for some random crap. Like, Pee Wee Herman was caught jerking his ding-dong all those years back.
Jorking it.
Yeah, he was just jorking it, and they had him do the crack commercial for it. So like, they do that openly for like.
How dare he masturbate while watching porn? What a monster!
Yeah, I thought that was really weird when I heard it. I was like, wait, so that it was a porn theater, but you're not allowed to, like, it was a theater. So
I guess you're not allowed to do that in those theaters in general. But it's like, what am I supposed to
go?
What am I supposed to do here then? Just watch porn while fucking, like, bricked up around a bunch of other people? I guess that would make the masturbating weirder. Only slightly, though.
I mean, I guess so.
Might help out, even.
Like, I don't know, because, like, if you go to a strip club, you're not like, people don't appreciate you jorking it either, but, like, that's because, like, the people you're jorking it to are, like, right there.
And they're working.
And they're working. So, like... But in, like, a private... hey, it's not a private theater. I don't know.
There are theaters you can go to that have, like, private booths, but it's like, what am I doing all this for? Also, I didn't clean up from the last guy that was in here. I'll just go home and do this.
Are you guys shitting me? There's jizz all over the back of this seat. I'm the one who gets in trouble? Dude, it's laminated.
Well, I can tell from the angle this landed that this was not from the seat directly behind me either. Let's see... I think this is just some random streamer. Is this another Kick streamer? Okay, I guess he's streaming on TikTok, but there's an American,
man.
I guess he caught this American guy on camera. I wonder why to add some extra flavor to this, they're in Thailand right now. I wonder why a fat American white man doesn't want to be caught in Thailand.
Gotcha, yeah. It took me a second.
He's probably literally surrounded by every anime femboy that has ever existed currently.
He's probably actively cheating on his wife with a sex slave or something. I was really hoping this guy was just going to jog up like that and then, like, Falcon punch this guy.
Or, like, just like a Thai trans girl. Apparently that's all the rage there.
You know, with ladyboys, I've always... I think I had a conversation.
I don't think that term's very woke.
Well, I don't think it is either, but that's kind of the question. Like, I was talking to Gray about this not long ago. Are ladyboys just trans, or are they, like,
yeah, they live
slaves?
As trans. The term ladyboy is just like a rough translation of the term there for them.
But do
But
they
in
make
most-
the choice, or is it forced upon them?
No. They're just trans. Like, in most, tropical Asian countries, third genders were always a thing.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I'll
much,
just start calling them
it
trans
is,
then.
it's a weird phenomenon, because pretty much every, islander culture, along that entire belt has had, like, multiple different genders, as well as, like, Native American tribe. Like, native tribes pretty much the world over had more than 2 genders.
That's pretty cool.
Right up until, you know...
Right up until the honkies came in.
Right up and... What the fuck is a kilometer?
I got 2 machine guns for all the genders.
You're Spanish conquistadors. Alright, let's see... What's he so mad about? I'm sure he's doing nothing, nothing he would be embarrassed to be caught doing there.
Yeah, right?
Wow, it really is just a bunch of white guys.
I like that they clarify that the guy attacking is American, even though this guy is also American.
Stand up for yourself a little bit, man.
Hey, fight him.
There was nothing to really cover in that story. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah. Is this streamer significant for anything other than
I have no clue.
being bullied in Thailand?
Being bullied by a fat, pasty white dude. You get that footage of me with a bunch of trans girls' dicks out of my mouth off of the internet right now.
Don't follow me!
I was fucking airtight right there. I don't want my wife seeing that. She said I'm only allowed to be caught doing that twice a month. I'm already on my 3rd strike. Get that out of there. How long is this?
This guy looks soulless.
I don't think we can watch this video, actually, because
This guy is dead.
they get in a
inside.
straight-up fight here.
Oh, like a fist fight?
Yeah, she was, like, basically abusing... She's supposed to be a pay pig, where she, like, playfully abuses him, because that's kind of the dynamic, but she, I guess, has no fucking idea what she's doing, and starts, like, actually abusing and hitting him, and this is, like, at some point in her streaming this, that he gets fed up and just starts beating the shit out of her. And at first, people just saw this clip and it went viral because people started, like, were discussing whether or not to be on his side from just this clip. Because, let's make it clear, she's beating him up first. And then he retaliates later in the video, and he probably takes it too far. But then people found the rest of the stream, and she's been doing this to him for, like, hours at this point. And
Isn't he paying her to do this, though?
I guess that was the thing at first. At first it came out that this was just like a pay-pig relationship, but I guess from what I understand, they actually were, like, dating. But it was very much like, oh, he has money and she, like, uses it.
Oh, okay.
Kind of thing. But then she started just getting, like, controlling and abusive with him. And earlier in the stream, she was beating him up in front of a cop, and the cop didn't do shit.
Wow.
They were just like, hey, knock that off. And then they just let her drive off with him.
Hey, quit.
Hey, you stop that. I might have to do my job. I don't think we can... I'll start playing this video, but I think we're,
Then a 60-year-old philosophy teacher walks by and they just suplex him.
This is...
Different sentences that he. Don't talk.
Jesus.
I know, right?
Yes,
Jeez.
sir. We're really sorry about this and sending him your way today. So don't worry.
That's like the 40th time she's hit. By the time the rest of the stream came out, people were pretty much just like, oh yeah, I understand him completely.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Next time you fucking touch me, I'll fucking dick you. You understand? You understand, cunt? Hey.
And when I first saw this, I thought the thing that was happening was that she was, like, doing the playful abuse, but she just doesn't know what she's doing. She's like, I'm a hot girl, how hard can this be?
You're dumbass bitch. I'll fucking dick you. Test me.
Yes.
I thought this was, like, comedic incompetence from her, like, she thought that this was what he was into. And she was just ignoring everything he was saying. But no, she was just, like, beating the hell out of him here.
Yeah, he really doesn't seem like he's into this.
Oh yeah. I'm good.
No, this is just abuse that we're seeing here.
Oh, okay.
That's what he told me about you. And he said you're a dumb Mexican.
I said she's
And he
a dumb
said you
Mexican.
keep showing up. And
She mentions... I guess they're talking about the other girl right now. She's, like, calling her on stream.
Other girl?
Yes, I guess she, like, he's been talking with another girl, but they're not, like... Yep, here's where I'm gonna have to probably, fucking black out the screen or something.
Even though she was doing, like, way worse than that to him?
Yes, pretty much. I'll probably have to black out the parts where, like, she's hitting him, too. Because pretty much no one is showing this part. I wonder why.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have to black this out.
I might have to mute this part, too. He's just pulling her hair, really, but... people were arguing whether or not he's taking it too far. The car is stopped at this point, by the way. So he could just be getting out.
Whose car is this? Is this her car or his car?
I think this is his car.
Okay.
Uh-oh, the car's moving. Now she's running out. Alright, I think I can unmute it.
Yeah, because they're not in the vehicle anymore.
But, like, yeah, apparently there was another girl involved with him that he was, like, seeing before she picked him up in this stream. She streamed all of this, by the way, and the whole time she's going on, like, a bunch of weird racist tirades against the other girl for being Hispanic.
Yeah, I caught a little bit of that earlier.
Yeah, you heard some of that.
He was calling her, like, a dumb Mexican.
No, she was the one saying all of that.
Well, she said he said that, and he was like, I said that?
She literally said it, like, probably a couple dozen times previously in the stream, so I don't know what she was hoping to accomplish with that little lie.
Jesus.
But yeah, that started a bit of a dialogue about male domestic abuse, which I think that dude took it a bit too far at some point there, but I don't blame him for attacking her.
I mean, I feel like it's kind of complicated being that he's in a pay-pig relationship. Like, if this was what he was paying her for, that kind of muddies the water. But honestly, with her hitting him for hours leading up to that point, and him only really, like, pulling her hair, it's not that big a deal. It's really just the fact that was, I mean, assuming that he was paying her to do that, that's where it makes it less clear to me, because she almost broke his nose earlier and he pulled her hair. Like, pulling hair hurts, but it ain't that bad.
He should have like, tied her hair to the tow hitch on the back of their vehicle and dragged her.
Until she was nothing but
Until she was
scalp.
Until she was a chicken nugget. A literal McDonald's chicken nugget hanging by a ponytail from the tow hitch of his truck.
That's how they're made.
They just keep doing this. Alright, I want you to guess what's happening in this video, by the way.
They're all gathered around the center there, so my first guess was like an active shooter or like an earthquake, but being that they're not undercover, like they're not under the desks or anything, maybe somebody had a stroke or something?
These are Arizona Republican politicians praying in a circle and speaking in tongues in the middle of a voting session.
Dude, did you know that's common, speaking in tongues? I literally just
I thought that was
out.
like straight mental illness shit.
Same here.
But no, that's like a common thing in fucking, what is it, evangelical Christianity circles. If you want to see everything bad that's ever happened into this country, I guarantee you there's a fucking evangelical somewhere in that stream.
Yeah.
These fuckers are straight up evil.
Dude, alright, so I come from a Christian family. I found out, like, a few weeks ago that my family sometimes has, like, church services where they speak in tongues. My grandpa's a deacon, and he speaks in tongues sometimes. My mom went to a church service in town, like here, where they only spoke in tongues. They went there and spoke in tongues.
I would laugh.
I literally, like, Even now, I did not know that speaking in tongues was even allowed in Christianity. I literally thought that's like a sign of demonic possession, isn't it? Like they consider that to be demonic. Am I crazy?
That's what I always viewed it as, but apparently that's like, in some cases, speaking in tongues is just them communing with God.
Yeah,
which is what is happening here, as you can see.
That's what my mom told me, is that speaking in tongues is like a way to, I don't know, talk to God. But I've never heard of that aside from in like possession movies.
They're doing this, by the way, in the hopes that they would vote in a fucking abortion ban. One that nobody in their state wanted. It's like, so they passed it, by the way. If you can believe it, they voted for their own ban. Woo! But, like, okay. It's so extreme that it's not gonna be signed into law. The fucking governor of Arizona came out and was like, this shit's from the fucking, like, 1830s, when Arizona was first established.
Jesus, man.
They're pretty much just trying to be like, we gotta enforce this law.
Dude.
But nobody supports them doing that. Even the base that probably voted these fuckers in, or Arizona's not that red, so I don't know what the fuck these people are doing.
Dude, if Armageddon ever like really happens, like if the biblical end of the world ever happens, at this point, not gonna be surprised. We're literally watching video of politicians gathered in a circle.
Oh, we haven't seen the video yet.
Okay, well, we're about to watch a video of politicians gathered in a circle speaking in tongues. So, like, if it turned out that the 7 years of darkness were really coming to pass or something like that, I'd be like, I saw the signs. I
saw the sign. Let's watch that sign now. Listen to them. Look how fucking stupid this all is. These people are writing laws that affect millions of fucking people.
And they're literally chanting gibberish into the floor. They're on the floor like kindergartners, speaking gibberish.
Jesus fucking Christ, what a ridiculous fucking set of events we're in, man.
Fucking morons, man. By the way, if my previous statements seemed like I was religious, I am not. I'm an atheist.
I don't think anyone would have thought that listening to you.
Well, we've had some dumb viewers in the past, so
they're all dead now, though.
All of our regulars are geniuses, though.
All right, this was a pretty crazy video. We are almost done. Wow. In case you needed something to uplift you, here's a nice man helping this woman out off of the street.
I don't think I've
against her will.
I don't think I've ever seen a tow truck with like a bed like that like anchor hanging off the back of it.
Yeah, it's meant to just like squeeze under the car so that he can lift it up very quickly and then leave.
That's cool.
It would be cool, but see,
I'm saying the design is cool, not necessarily whatever's going to happen.
Here's what's happening. This fucking tow truck is trying to take this car while it's driving.
What?
This is in San Francisco, I believe.
Why? Why is this guy trying to steal her?
This is a common tactic, apparently. Like, this company specifically has been caught doing this more than once, where they'll literally just, like, kidnap you in your car, basically, and force you to fucking, Look, the car drove around them. He's chasing the car currently.
What the fuck?
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, people that's the car right there speeding off.
So they just steal your car while
with
you're
you in it, and basically hold it hostage to get you to pay, like, the impound fees.
How is that not... How have they not gone out of business? Like,
how have their drivers not been fucking, like, mass fucking executed for this?
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. Like, this would, like, be fucking pulling out my Glock-worthy shit to me. I'm not gonna let these fuckers kidnap me and take me God knows where.
Yeah, I would break somebody's window for trying this shit.
No, I would
drag them out of the window for trying.
I was gonna say you would be completely justified to like, what if you go into a store and they fucking pull up to your legal parking and try to take your car while like your wife is in it or something,
dude,
or like your kids or your dog.
That, oh my god.
But apparently they do this. Like,
how have they not been caught?
This video went super viral, but apparently, like, it just wasn't caught on camera because they're so speedy about it. Like, those trucks allow them to literally just reverse into your car, pick you up, and then take off.
Dude, it's San Francisco. The whole place is just a giant camera. And
a septic tank.
Yeah, that's true. I've walked around San Francisco in flip-flops, and I almost lost a toe over it.
Why the fuck would you do that, stupid?
Because I didn't think about it until I was already there and I only had flip-flops.
Let's see, yeah, it looks like they're known to do this kind of shit. I don't know why their company hasn't been, like, firebombed from space for this shit.
Yeah, I don't know how they have a company... Like, I don't know how... I have no idea how that happens. I'm fucking flabbergasted.
Alright, these next couple videos are just kind of crazy. I won't spoil them.
Lightning strike.
Ka-chow!
Shut the fuck up. You fucking idiot.
No, you'll probably see what's coming in.
Oh.
Your Amazon order's here.
The crane arm, like, rocks backward and catapults it into the front door.
You're right about the front door. Now lightning strikes.
What was the plan here?
I don't know. Look how high he's lifting this shit.
Yeah, where was he going?
He's just supposed to lower it onto this bed right here. What is he doing this for? I want Lightning McQueen to strike it, sir. What the fuck are you talking about? Lower it. Okay.
We get video. The next video you have pulled up is dash cam of this guy, and he's just like.
Ka-chow. All right, enough of that. All right, here's the aftermath video. I actually haven't seen this yet. Yes, this is the last story.
Dropped a shipping container on these people's house.
Oh, my back, my neck, and my knee. Oh.
Yeah, first instinct would just be like...
Oh, man, I'm curled up into a ball and I can't move because my bones and my joints... Ow, ow, you're just like this. Ow.
I've received extreme nondescript and unidentifiable spinal damage.
Don't worry, the plant's okay.
What plant?
Oh. That one. I would love to see them all just like cradling this singular houseplant. Like, it made it! Thank God!
No, I imagine them all just standing outside, like surrounding the truck with their hands just upraised. Like, what the fuck is going on?
That is the last video, though. Thank God.
Yay!
I was sick of looking at these fucking things already.
Now I can finally go to bed.
But that is also... Stop pretending. But that is also the last of that episode. A fun one, I must say.
Alright, guys. Now you actually have to answer my question this time.
Stop.
Should we do more news, or should we start covering...
You have asked that like 4 times over the course of this. Yes, because
apparently the last episode, I didn't ask it enough because nobody answered me.
They were answering something more important.
Actually, Warhammer can't have girls in it because girls have cooties.
Girls are fucking gay and gross, and and they fucking say mean things to me.
It makes me uncomfortable to paint my figurines when they've got boobies.
When I see my figurine's vagina, I have to stop all I'm doing to enter a 12-hour goon sesh, and I'm getting tired of it.
Dude, if I flipped over a hand-painted figurine and it had it was cast with
a vagina under the armor.
Yeah, like if I turned it over and like you could.
I'll probably just shake my head and continue painting it.
fucking degenerates, and then just keep painting. Would you ignore the crotch of the
I mean, Nurgle figures have like buttholes on them. Like straight up sphincters somewhere on the somewhere you wouldn't expect it either.
Well, that's Nurgle.
Yeah.
But if this is like
Oh, that gigantic, fat, bloating corpse melting the skin off of people is kind of getting me going.
I love its giant meat cloaca.
All right.
Shits out rot sausages.
Enough of that garbage. I will discuss our plans to set up a legitimate recording space in the next episode. For now, we are done.
Yay!
Goodbye.
Bye.